Hello everyone, in this video let's start with the series roadmap to become competitive programmer 5 star. So in this video I'll be solving it is my serve problem, and it says Alice and Bob are playing a game of table tennis where irrespective of the points scored, every player makes two consecutive serves before the service changes. Alice makes the first serve of the match, therefore the first two serves will be made by Alice, then the next two serves will be made by Bob, and so on. So yeah, they've given example. So let's understand. Let's consider the following example match for more clarity. Alice makes the first serve. Let us assume Bob wins this point. Score is 0 for Alice and 1 is for Bob, because initially the score of both Bob and Alice is 0. So let's understand. Alice makes the second serve because Alice will be making two serves consecutively, and she will start first. So now she is making the second serve. Let us assume Alice wins this point. Score is 1 for Alice and 1 is for Bob. Now since two services you have made, now service will change. So Bob will be making service. Bob makes third serve. Let us assume Alice wins this point. Score is 2 for Alice and 1 is for Bob. Bob makes the fourth serve. Let us assume that Alice wins this point. Score is 3 for Alice and 1 is for Bob. So since two serves are made by Alice and two serves are made by Bob, next again Alice will be making the serve and the game continues. So what they're saying is, in question, after the score reaches P and Q for Alice and Bob respectively, both the players forgot whose serve it is. Help them determine whose service it is. Okay, so yeah, it's easy only. I'll tell you on the board, don't worry. So the first line contains a single integer t, the number of test cases. So let's take test case while t minus minus. So this will take care of all the test cases. For every test case, call the function solve, and its return type is void and it has no parameter. First line of each test case contains two integers p and q, the score of Alice and score of Bob. So let's take two integers p and q, and let's take their input values we have here, and let's go down and understand some of the examples. They've given 4 examples, so let's understand the first one wherein p and q both are 0. So let me take you to the board. So first example is p is 0 and q is also 0, which means the scores, this is a score by Alice and this is a score by Bob. Since both the scores are 0, which means they have not started the game, and in the question they have said start of this serve will be done by Alice. I think Alice is lady, so that's why ladies first. So jokes apart, but Alice will be making first serve. So in this case, you will have to return Alice. I mean, you will have to print Alice. So Alice will get printed. Why? Because both the scores are 0. The game is not started yet, but in the question they've said Alice should start the game, so Alice will be starting the game. So this is the first example. Let's try to understand second one. In first one, Alice is the answer. So yeah, let's understand second one. 0 2. In second one, P is 0, Q is 2, which means what do you understand by this? By this, what I understand, like what we understand is that, see, P is 0, which means Alice has got no points. Q is 2, which means Alice has got 2 points. And when this will happen? After doing two serves only, right? Let's say first serve will be made by Alice. I'll denote it as A. In this case, let's say P is 0, which means Alice has not scored. I mean, Alice has not won, but Bob has won. That's why Q will be 1. Now in this is first serve. Now in the second serve, Alice again, let's say she loses, so her point is 0, and Bob's point will be increased by 1. It was here 1, now it is 2. Now in the third serve, since in the question they have said two serves will be made consecutively, since two serves is done, now the third serve will be done by Bob, right? So in this case our answer will be Bob. So yeah, answer is Bob only. So one more example let me take and try to understand. In the third example, both P is 2 and Q is 2. So let's understand. First serve will be done by Alice, and let's say Alice wins, so she have got 1 point and Bob has got 0 point. Second serve, again Alice, let's say Alice wins, so she'll get 2 points and Bob still have 0 point. So now third serve, because two consecutive serves are done, first by Alice, now Bob will start this serve. Now let's say Bob has won, so its point is 1. Now why I'm not increasing P? Because P is 2 only, which is required, we have got. Now the fourth serve will be done by Bob. Let's say again Bob wins, so his point will be increased by 1. So now Bob has done two consecutive serves. Now the next serve will be done by fifth serve will be done by whom? Alice, because Bob has done two consecutive serves. Now it will be done by Alice. So like if we try to do it linearly, we are understanding it is the like this is the flow, but how do we solve it like mathematically? So one thing you'll have to do is that, see, for every four service, it is the Alice who will be doing this service, right? What do I mean by that is that if you this is the first service which is done by Alice, this is second service which is done by Alice, and third service will be done by Bob, fourth will be done by Bob. So this is the four service of pattern. So in the same way, fifth and sixth will be done by Alice, seventh and eighth will be done by Bob. Again, ninth and 10th will be done by Alice. 9th and 10th. So what do you understand about it? See, for every four service, Alice will be the one who will be doing the first service. So what we will be doing is, we'll whatever the score is there, we'll try to sum it up. We'll take P plus Q, and this is the score. Let me denote it as this. Now I'll find reminder, or let me take as service turn let me call. So that will be given by S modulo 4. Once we find S modulo 4, if it is, let's say, perfectly divisible by 4, let's say S is 4 only, since it is in this case 4 only, so 4 modulo 4 will give you answer as 0. By 0, what do you mean by is that it is a Alice ka service. You have seen here also, right? So 4 is perfectly divisible, so we don't have any reminder, so next solve will be done by Alice. And whenever, let's say, P is 3 in this case, okay, I'm taking other example now. So it is 5, P plus Q is 5 modulo this is 1. So fifth serve will be done by Alice. Like 5 points we have got means 5 services are done. Now it is the time for the sixth service. So if since 5 services are done, its score is 5, so we are taking mod with 4, we are getting 1. So by 1 mod 1 value, what do you mean by is that it is the Alice service. Since mod 0 is coming here, mod 0 is at here, mod 1 is here, mod is 2 here, sorry, mod 2 is at 7th service, mod 3 is here. So this is the pattern. Like if mod value you are getting is either 0 1, then it is Alice turns. If you are getting mod value either 2 or 3, then it is Bob's turn. So I think you guys got to know how to solve this. So let me try to code it up. So yeah, we will be taking a score as P plus Q, not P plus 1, sorry. So we have got score. We'll have to check if score modulo 4 is equals to 0 or score modulo 4 equals to 1. In this case, Alice will be doing the service, which means 0 means all the 4 services done. This is the next service that will be doing. So for every 4 services, Alice will she will be the one who will be doing. And for every 4 service, and we have one more additional service, in that case our reminder is 1. So in that case also, like 2 consecutive service will be done. So this is the Alice who will be doing, else Bob will be doing the service. Since modulo 4 answer is always 0 1 2 3, so if it is either 2 or 3, so it will come in else condition and Bob will be serving. We should get the answer Alice Bob we are getting. Let's try to submit. Yeah, it got accepted. So it was not that hard, it was easy only. Basically, you had to find the scores. uh, Scores denote the how many services are done in table tennis, and modulus of 4 would have you know find pattern how, like for every 4 service, Alice will be the one, she'll be again doing it. So yeah, in this way you could have solved it. So thank you guys for watching the video.